Greetings! Let me line this all up properly. 1 second. Does that look good? That looks fine. Hey everybody, or should I say, hey prospectors, it's Matt here from Payload Studios. Don't get bored of hearing that, do ya? Huh? How's it going, everyone? So, again, just to recap what happened last week, we are also doing what... Wait, no, good start. Good start, Matt, good start. So, how do I get my words out? We are streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and our Steam store page. That's very exciting. Like we did last week, we're doing it again, because it worked so well. We have a whopping... twice as many viewers as we did last week, as we did without doing this. So it was a resounding success. So we're gonna try it again. I hope everyone's well. Welcome to the stream. Like I say, I'm Matt. I am the community manager for Payload Studios, or at Payload Studios. I work on TerraTech. It's basically my job to make sure that you lovely boys and girls and everyone in between are all happy and enjoying TerraTech, and that we're making TerraTech as good as it could possibly be. So that's what I do. I usually start this part of the show with an intro, because that's the first what you do at the start, isn't it? Is you introduce stuff. And I usually add in some news. Unfortunately, oh no, there is news. What am I talking about? Of course, there's news. There's always news. We've just released a TT Unstable. So if you're on the Steam version, which I appreciate some of you may not be, but if you are on the Steam version, we released a new unstable branch, which means that that's like the beta version, the beta branch of the next update that we want to release. So it's packed full of cool new content. So go check that out. Yeah, David.com. Good question. Are the streams going to be on YouTube? They will be. Yeah. So. A bit of history behind what we do, why we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch and Steam. About 2 years ago, crikey, yeah, more than that, 3 years ago. Gosh, we would stream on Twitch and YouTube and actually Mixer. Shout out to Mixer if anyone remembers that. But then Twitch told us off because we were technically Twitch partners at the time, and they said, hey. You can't stream on the platforms, you should just stream exclusively on Twitch. And we said, well, what did Twitch do for us? We don't really get anything. And they were like, yeah, that's fair. Go ahead. So we've basically, the reins have been let loose. So we're now back to streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Steam. Now, Steam is new. I'll give you that. Steam is a new platform that we've not streamed on before. So hopefully it all works. Actually, I want to see what it looks like, because we've added some new artwork, so I want to just check that quickly. Well, bear with chat, just talk amongst yourselves, everybody. I want to go into our store page. Oh, the developer broadcast, that's on there, that looks good. If I go onto our store page, you should see me. Okay, right, so the artwork's not there. That's frustrating. Maybe I didn't save it. I'll figure it out. Anyway, so the Twitch stuff is new. Twitch stuff is a new experience. Literally, that's what that's literally what Twitch said. Can't do that. You need permission. So yeah. Anyway, but we're back now. We're happy. We're all friends. So that brings us on to what we will be doing. Oh wait, so yeah, Unstable's out. That's out. You can go check that out. I can't wait to see what you guys think. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll start off with the Unstable. Maybe we'll do an Unstable review. Because there's not much in the way of mods, if I'm honest. Darwin, this is just going to be a spotlight on your mods, mate. Because I've pretty much covered all the other ones. And being if you're in chat, I can just get you to talk me through them. 3D World, good question. What is your favourite corporation? I have a real soft spot for GeoCorp. Don't know why. I think they're the underdogs a little bit. I think Hawkeye get a lot of love because they've got a lot of firepower. Venture because that's really quick and they give you a lot of mobility. GSO, they're just like a jack of all trades. And then Better Future, they're all like fancy and like, oh, we're all futuristic and anti-grav and we're really hard to control, but anti-grav's the thing. GeoCorp, you know what you're getting. They're an everyman corporation, right? GeoCorp, they're they're the people's corporation, and that's what I appreciate. So I just have to say that was a really long-winded answer, but yeah, GeoCorp have a real soft spot for me. So that brings us on nicely to what we're doing today. So let me do this. Yeah, Gaddy. Yeah, we're doing a mod review. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Steam, you probably own the game on Steam. If you don't own the game on Steam, go buy it. It's there. You should be on the store page. Go get it. It's good. So you're familiar with if you're familiar with TerraTech at all, you probably know by now that we do mods. Hey Burb, welcome to the stream. We do mods. We've been doing mod support for a while now, and this stream is just highlighting some of the awesome mods that you can download and you can subscribe to on Steam. And that's really what we're doing. We're just going to go through. So there's only, I think there's a handful. There's not that many. So I think first things first, we will go through the new content that's gone in on the latest Unstable. And yeah, we'll take it from there, and then we'll look at some mods. So that's the plan. Mishka says, "Hey, I haven't been around in a while. Do you know if there is any progress on unpowered wheels?" So do you mean like the trailer wheels? Is that what you mean? Let's just load into the game. So let's load into R&D Labs. Because there are trailer wheels. There are trailers with unpowered wheels. They're in the Rescue Research Corporation. At least I think they were in R&D. They won't be in the main game. They'll just be in the R&D lab testing lab chamber. This bit. Let me just show you what I mean. Oh. Did we remove them? There used to be powerless wheels. Are they under accessories? They shouldn't be. I know that, yeah, the trailer wheels, the old trailer wheels are powered but have, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's answered my question then. So no, is the answer. No, we don't have unpowered wheels. It's a bit of a complex thing, I think. The old powerless wheels. Anyway, right. Let's take a look. I'm just going to bring the list up of all the cool stuff that went in the latest TerraTech Unstable Encryptor. Hello, welcome to the stream. Here we go. Right, so there is... Oh gosh, there's loads of new blocks. So let's go through the GeoCorp stuff first. There's a nail gun, a catapult, a scrap gun, and a mortar. So the emphasis for this was GeoCorp didn't have any... this is my new favourite weapon, by the way. Any ranged weapon. GeoCorp was specifically designed to be a... kind of like a melee base. They'd use like their agricultural and their... you know, their mining equipment as their sort of weapons or artillery, not artillery. Which predominantly meant that there would be like a melee class, effectively. But we kind of found that a little, bit of feedback that we got from the community was that it would be cool. They don't just have to be that; they can do other stuff, or they should be at least able to do other stuff. So that's where these blocks come in. So let's just pop a few anchors down. And we can start plopping these weapons on here. And we can start showing them off. I teased a couple of these. I teased the catapult and the nail gun in a stream a few weeks ago. But I actually haven't seen these yet. So let's take a look. Let's just put the cab on here. Right. You're not the wrong way around. Stop being a... Right, so what have we got here? This is the... Let's just bring up the block description. Here we go. Right, where are you? Here we go. So the mortar. So it fires explosive dynamites into the air. Watch them spread out and land on the ground. Boom. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's a dynamite mortar. So they use dynamite, right? So that's in fitting with the theme. They use dynamite to explode things and build quarries and mine and stuff. So let's just use it as a dynamite mortar. That's brilliant. I love that it's sequential. I love that the animation is sort of it's not all at once. It sort of they go out one after the other. Chat, what are your thoughts on the mortar so far? I'm a big fan. I like that it's sort of omnidirectional as well. It's not just sort of pointing in one way. I don't know how it aims. Maybe we'll do this. I don't think it aims. I think it is. I don't know. Again, I can't remember. But let's have a look. Okay, right. So it doesn't technically aim. And neither does the catapult either, I don't think. Anyway, right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, that's so cool. Right. Let me go back to the mortar. Because I don't think I've shown this off enough. Mortar does cool things. It does that, but you can't aim. But it's an interesting shape block. You can plop that on top of your GeoCorp tanks, for example. I think that would look great. Yeah. Then there's my next favourite new weapon is the catapult, which you've just seen it in action just a second ago. But let's give it another blitz. Let's get a close up on this because this is such a cool little animation. I love it. It's so simple but effective. Whee! And then the explosion is quite a good amount of damage. Let me read the block description for this one. Releases stored energy to thrust its payload. See what I did there? Wait, was that a payload pun? Like we're payload? I think that's what K meant when he wrote that. I think it was K that wrote that. Anyway, whee! So a good bit of damage. Not particularly high fire rates. We'll look at how much damage it does in a minute. I just want to show off kind of how cool it looks. But yeah, really simple design, really simple animation. I love that the blocks just appear like as from magic. It's interesting with blocks, particularly weapons. They take up a lot of space, so you can see any sort of weapon that has like an arc or like arcs around or up or down. That has to take up space, and that makes it a bigger block. So what I like about these two particularly is they do a job, but also in quite confined space. So this is just a 2x4x3, right? Yeah, 2x4x3, which is quite small considering it's a literal catapult. That's quite small. And then you've got this one, which is a 2x4x4. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, right, cool catapult gun. Next we have the nail gun. So let's just get a close up of this. Should be quite straightforward. Yeah, look at that. And then you can't really see it, but these little you can see them quite well. You can see it on the stream. Little nails. We've added little nails. Little projectiles, which I think is pretty fun. Obviously, there's a lot of attach points on this, so you can have it as sort of many different orientations as you want. Let's go with that. You get the idea. You get the vibe. Just a cool little kind of gun. I did talk about this when we showed this off at the stream a few weeks ago, but this was inspired. Chat, does anyone know what game this is referring to? Or the inspiration that came from this? Anyone know? Let me know in the comments if you know what gun or what game that is sort of took inspiration from. Next we have this. I love this next the most. This is let's read this block description. Oh, actually, I didn't read the block description for the nail gun. Let's go back to the nail gun. Didn't read the block description. Nail gun. Where are you? There you go. GeoCorp's first projectile weapon, a nailing experience for anything it hits. Get it? It's a nail gun. Quake 1. Ooh, not quite. Encryptor. You can use the catapult as a reference to make a modded trebuchet. Darwin, are you saying that trebuchet is the more superior artillery weapon? Is that what we're saying? But yeah, no, nail gun, no real detail on actually how much damage it does, so we'll have a look at the, we'll take these over to DPS range, Uno Momento. And next up we have the trash. What's this one called? Where is it? Where does it? Oh, the scrap gun, I beg your pardon. It just fires out massive debris. That's the block description. So let's just do it, okay? Let's just get nice and close up. Right? Just shoots debris out. I mean, that's wicked. You can't pick those. That's just debris, yeah. They're not blocks, if that's what we're thinking. And it's Someone made a good point. It's all venture. I'm not quite sure it's all venture blocks. I think if anything, it should be GeoCorp. But it's the same animation every time. You get the idea. It effectively works as a shotgun. So how about this? How about we take a snapshot and we say scrap gun, and then we have a look and we say mortar. Then we go over here and we say catapult. And then we go over here and we say nail gun. Right. Saved all those. Let's jump back in my reticle research cab. Let's head over to the testing apparatus and we'll see what this guy does. Anyone still know what the reference for that railgun or the nail gun? I've given it away. So it's also known as a railgun. I'll give you one more minute. Golden King is from Iran. Welcome from the UK. Alright, so let's plop these weapons down. Basically, I just want to see what this damage. I want to show you. What kind of damage these weapons do. So let's take a look. Let's just swing you around because that was annoying. Right. So this is the scrap gun. Is it even going to make it? No. Right. We need to move closer. Quite short range on the scrap gun. Let's get right in front. I mean, it's literally not doing any damage. You literally have to be right in front of it. It's 1,000 DPS a second. The range is a couple of blocks. I mean, what's that? That's like... That's not huge. That's not far at all. So basically, you get the idea. It works basically as a shotgun. Let's not go into too much detail on that because that was quite underwhelming. The animation's wicked. I'm a big fan of the animation. Now this is a different one. We can't actually measure how much damage this does because it spreads it out so much. But we can see what at least one of the explosions does. So let's take a look. Again, 1,000 DPS. So times that by 6. 6,000 DPS. If you got all of your dynamites to connect, that's 6,000 damage, which is decent. Boom, bada bing. Exactly, Riley. Exactly. Right, let's move this one out of the way. Shift it back a bit. Now this is what we've all come for. This is what everyone wants to see. The catapult. Okay. 475 per hit. Not the most amount of damage. Maybe if we move... I don't think moving close is going to make any difference. It explodes on impact. So it's 475 per hit, okay? So per barrel. That needs to be tweaked, I think. What key should I use to take a specific target? So if you want to target a specific thing, just if you've got a mouse, it's a middle mouse button. That'll lock on per target. Linky Boy says, I have an idea for the game. A nuclear reactor generates a lot of power, but if it takes too much damage, it'll make a big explosion. Also have the game on the Nintendo Switch. That's kind of like the opposite of the GeoCorp Mega Reactor. Let me show you what the Mega Reactor looks like. It's the opposite of this. So, well, this doesn't generate power. It has quite a high battery capacity, but unlike the other batteries, it isn't volatile, so it won't explode once it's dead, once it's run out of HP. So what you're describing is the literal opposite of this. This is meant to be like a greener, kind of like more environmentally friendly kind of block. But no, it's literally what you're describing. But I like the idea. I like the idea of like nuclear power. Maybe that's one for someone like Legion or Space Junkers that are a bit more haphazard about that sort of thing. Let's swing this around so it's facing the front, like that. Now, what kind of damage is the nail gun gonna spit out. Okay, so it's actually more per second. It's more than the catapult. What version is this? This is the unstable version. So we're on PC on the TerraTech unstable version. Just 18 people see this live. Why? Well, we're on Twitch as well. We're over on Twitch as well as the YouTubes, and we're on Steam as well. But you know, people want to tune in, see all the cool new stuff, see what the TerraTech community are making. It's kind of, I quite like. It kind of looks like eyes, like offset eyes. Anyway, so those are the 4 new GeoCorp blocks. They do damage and stuff. They're kind of fun. God, there's actually loads in this update. I might even have time for mod review. So the new there's a rescue research fixed and rotating anchor. So let's take a look at those quickly. Okay, these are quite underwhelming, but you know there's a need for them, I suppose. So, bless me, bless me. Let's pop it the right way up first. So just a GeoCorp rotating, a very simple block. You get the idea. It's a rotating anchor. It's got anchor points. And that's just a fix. That is the same version as this, just fixed. You get the idea. Pretty basic. I won't spell too much on those. And then next up, there's a whole load of Halloween-themed cosmetic blocks. So let's take a look at these. They'll be right down at the bottom. So last Halloween we added these 4 cosmetic blocks. These were rewards for the Hubble, Bubble and Trouble mission. And this year we've added these 3 masks, a ghost, and then some cobwebs to add a bit of spookality. Spookality, that's definitely a word. Ooh, oh no. Undo. So you've got cobwebs, you've got masks, more cosmetic stuff for Halloween, you know, because it's, you know, let's all get in the Halloween spirit. Come on, there we go. And then lastly, let's go this way. There you go, you get the idea. So there's 3 different sized cobweb blocks, a spooky little ghost that I think Bob's about. There you go. And then these cool new masks. So a big fan of the smiley face, really like that. And then the El Mariachi, no, not Mariachi. Well, the Mexican wrestling mask, and then the clown mask. Riley is asking, what about Hawkeye blocks? There's no new Hawkeye blocks in this update. It's just GeoCorp, Rescue Research, and the cosmetics. So there you go. Those are the cool sort of Halloween cosmetic blocks. We've also added a couple or a few quality of life improvements. So you can now instantly activate all power solar panels and bubbles in creative and R&D labs. So let's just show you what that looks like. So let's pop this battery on here. Now, there you go. So if I add, hopefully if I add a new battery on, oh, maybe not. No, ignore me. It's when you load a tech in. That's what I mean to do. So let's find a tech that uses batteries. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I'm being an idiot. Let's anchor up. Boom. So then when we start getting power, boom. There you go. So no more waiting around. I thought it included batteries, or batteries charged automatically, but that would be silly. Yeah, no more waiting around. get those solar panels and shields and bubbles all open at the same time. No more waiting sequentially. Yeah, really cool. There's a couple more. So we've increased the anchor range and use. So that's kind of what these rescue research blocks are about. But you can now anchor. It's now easy to anchor from further up, so you'll have less finicky kind of anchoring. This is actually quite a good example, actually, because this anchor here it should be close to the ground, because it's quite hard. You see when the vehicle is grounded, it's quite far away. But that now shouldn't really matter. We've adjusted some of the some of the height of where the techs can anchor, and so you can now anchor a bit more easily. Anyway, so those are a couple of quality of life. There's also, you can now adjust the mouse and cursor size. So let's just take a look at that. I think it's in, I want to say graphics. Controls? Where did we put it? Gameplay, right. Okay, right, fine. So you can now adjust the size of your mouse. Now these might not seem very big things, but these are nice quality of life improvements. If you are, visually impaired, or you just like being able to see your cursor more easily, these are really quite important things. So yeah, while that might not be like the most biggest sort of coolest thing, you can now adjust the size of your cursor. So that kind of does it. Let me rattle them off. So there's 4 new GeoCorp guns. There's a rescue research fixed anchor and a rotating anchor. There's all of the cosmetic blocks, and there's the 3 quality of life improvements. We've been through all those. It's now past. We're already halfway through the stream, everybody. We're already halfway through the stream. So let's just get into some mods. Let's restart the R&D labs. And let's just take a look at some of Darwin's mods. If you were paying attention to my inventory, you would have seen that there is quite a few. Actually, no, because I didn't go to Hawkeye. There's quite a few blocks that are modded. And I wonder, Darwin, can I load in your... Oh, I unsubscribed. That's why it's not there. Let me dig out your... Darwin, let me dig out your community core submission. Bear with me, everybody. One more second. I'm just going to find... Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Oh, it requires... I should have all those mods, actually. I have them. Right. There's literally no reason. Nice! Here we go. So this is, for those that may not know, Darwin, or Darwinstein, as he's known on Steam, is a prominent modder. They've made a load of mods for TerraTech. And they're all amazing. And they all add awesome things to TerraTech. And it's basically, yeah, it's a whole new way of playing the game, basically. It's taken the base game, the vanilla game, and added loads of weapons, things like splash damage, so, weapons are a bit more interesting. There's a bit more tactics around how you use your weapons. I mean, there's loads of stuff. There's literally loads of stuff. I'm not doing it any justice, but this is a good example of pretty much all of the things that Darwin has been working on. So let's go through them bit by bit, and we'll sort of showcase what Darwin has been working on and kind of, yeah, what all the cool stuff that they've been doing. So before I take off, I want to just showcase... Come on, slow down, please. Slow down. What we've got going on here. So let's go into photo mode. Let's take a look. So, Now, forgive me, I don't know the name of all of these weapons, because there's literally too many to remember. I'm just going to point out which are modded blocks. I am not going to forget to look inside. This is a modded block. These are modded blocks. These are modded blocks. These are modded blocks. These are all blocks that Darwin has created. They've 3D modelled. They've done a bit of coding, I assume. They've used the official or the unofficial mod tools. They've exported it to Steam and they've ported them into the workshop. And you can all subscribe to them. So you can literally, if you have TerraTech on Steam, you can go on there now. You can subscribe to all of these items and you can play them for yourself. It's really, really straightforward. So go check them out. Yeah, so these are just some examples. I think there's more in here. So let's just take a look into the cockpit. And yeah, we're in. So more modded blocks. So these are the Darwin will be able to explain more in Twitch chat, because I know Darwin, you're in here. These are the back end of the weapons, so you can see the magazines, the clips. Those are pretty big magazines for pretty big guns. I mean, they just look wicked. I know I say it every time, I really do, but oh, didn't mean to do that. Beg your pardon. Just so well polished. It's literally taking something that, you know, I can say with some confidence that our artists probably wouldn't make something like this. I know that because these are just a bit too military, if I'm honest, which is fine. But the fact that modding allows you to do this is amazing. The fact that if you're skilled enough and you know enough about 3D modeling and coding and just generally like being awesome, you can do something. So you know, Darwin's modded these guys. This little fella here, he's carrying a block. This guy's just working away on some stuff. This obviously looks really important. It's so finer details. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing loads of stuff. So let's take a look. So these guys are piloting, I assume. I want to say there's more stuff somewhere else. Oh, do I need to turn the shields on? Oh, I can do that. I can do that, Darwin. Let's just get this charging up. Oh, there isn't. There isn't any shields. Sorry, I misread what you said. I just glanced at chat. I thought there were shields on this and the weapons went through them. But no, you actually mean the projectiles go through shields. Maybe we'll test that out in a minute. We'll test it out. We'll see what you mean. Darwin, is there anything else? I feel like this is a good... Now, these are presents. So what you'll need to do... these are all these blocks, all these modded blocks are in all of Darwin's mods. So Darwin has got Nova, Nova Arsenal, and the Terra Team. So Nova is, I was going to talk about this earlier, Nova is Darwin's own interpretation of Hawkeye. They're a sort of a branch of the Hawkeye Corporation. They're a spec ops, or like a military wing of a more militarized version of Hawkeye, I guess. I know, Darwin, I'm not doing you any justice, so I just want to try and explain what it is. So Nova is sort of Darwin's take on a Hawkeye branch, and they've developed all these weapons for them. So you can subscribe to the Nova Corp, or just Nova, which is called on the Steam Workshop, and then there's the Nova Arsenal, which has all the weapons. So Nova are the guys. So Nova are these little chaps. There's a few cosmetic. There's a load of cosmetic blocks in the Nova mod. And then the Nova Arsenal will have all the weapons, I believe. Yeah, Nova for the guys, Nova Arsenal is for the guns. So go check those out. There's a bit of lore behind it as well. They've added their own little bit of flavour, which is really cool. I'll link you to this. I'll tell you what I'll do. Rather than sending you loads of links in chat, I will link you to... There's one for Twitch chat. Here's one for the YouTube chat. If you're on Steam, head over to the link that I just put in chat, and that's it's a workshop item for a tech, and then it'll have the mods that you need to subscribe to on there as required items. So go check them out. It's honestly blows my mind every time. Anyway, enough of me lollygagging. Darwin, can you remind me which weapons pass through shields? I want to know which ones pass through shields so I can try and show off how they work. Well, let's just see how this thing flies for one. It's so... It flies how I'd imagine a... Ooh, okay. Matt, paint them with the red DLC skin. It's nice. I will. The Fire Nation skin. Let's have a look. Do you mean the whole... Oh, let's go the whole tick. So... Oh, that is nice. That is nice. Kind of matches the adventure stuff as well. This takes off how I imagine like a B-42 bomber would take off. Really smooth. Actually really well balanced. Anyone that's tried making a plane in TerraTech will know that trying to get a balanced plane is really hard. But this does a really good job. Even, you know, and the bigger you get, the harder it is to balance. But yeah, this is really cool. Oh, I've overcompensated. Oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you get the idea. You get the idea. So this is just an example of all the mods that Darwin has. Let's take a look at all the blocks that Darwin's got. So all these guys, these are all in the GeoCorp block. Which are these? These are standard blocks, right? Yeah. So these are all in the GeoCorp mod. There's those armor blocks. Seth got his own block. That's kind of cool. And then the weapons. Let's take a look at all these weapons. So this is where you see actually how many weapons Darwin has been making. So every inventory piece that has this little spanner icon or wrench icon is a modded block, and these are all Darwin's. That's a lot of blocks. So there's auto cannons with shield piercing, with high explosives, with armor piercing. You know, you've got the differentiation between all those. There's so much in here. So much. Go check it out if you're into this sort of stuff, because it's honestly amazing. I want to know, are these... Which one of these would be armor piercing? That's really annoying. I just realised you don't get the full weapon name, so I don't know what kind of weapon this is. There's a bit of detail at the end. Anyway, this is really cool. I think this is what we meant to be doing in Community Call last week for anyone that watched, and I wasn't able to load it in. Beautiful. Right, what time are we on? 22. What can we do? What can we do? Let's get some. Yeah, press I. Oh, okay. You get it in the. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Right, so these are shield piercing. Let's get something that has shields on it. I'm just going to build something really quickly just so I can showcase what the shield piercing aspect does. Let's drop. Well, first let's drop a control block down. So let's plop. Let's plop this here. I'm going to put this on a fixed anchor. I'm going to give it some batteries. Let's go for the GeoCorp batteries. Oh, I had a bit of an electric boogaloo there. Now I need to charge these up, so let's get some solar panels on here. Beautiful. Right, they're going to charge up nicely. And now let's get some shields. Let's get some shieldies on here. So I'm going to use the radical research one just so you can get a better idea of how they work. Give me 1 second here, chat. Right. Let's go to power blocks. Hey, that's tiny! Didn't mean that one. Go away. I meant these ones. Okay, you get the idea, right? You get the idea. So there's some shields. It is protected with shields now. Oh, they open so quickly. It's so nice. Let me put some up here as well, just so we know we're covered. Beautiful, right? You get the idea. It's not perfect, but it's shielded, right? What I'm now going to do is switch over to this, and we're going to see that these rounds, are these all shield piercing, are they? Doesn't say if this one's shield piercing or not, but these ones definitely are. So what we should be seeing is the rounds from these weapons are going to go through the shields here, and they're going to hit the armor blocks here. That's the idea, right? Granted, you're not here to judge me on my tech building skills. You're here to watch as I display actually how cool these blocks are. Alright, so let's set that to an enemy. Okay, that was way too quick. That was way too quick. All my hard work. All my hard work. But I don't know if you saw that, but the shields, well, the weapons went through the shields. Yeah. You get the idea, right? I need way more battery power on those. I wasn't quite expecting it to be that powerful, Darwin. Play back this slow-mo. Quick, play back! Oh, there isn't a slow-mo mode. But you get the idea. Anyway. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Go check out Darwin's mod. That's the link to the Steam Workshop item for that tech, for that plane. That's all the weapons on there, and it will have all the mods you need to subscribe to on Steam to play them. So go check them out. They're really fun. Riley Sankey, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I think we're going to call it a day there, chat. It was a bit of a mishmash. We looked at the unstable stuff. That's really cool. Go if you're on the Steam version, go check out the latest unstable build. Let us know what you think, because we need to know what you like about the new weapons. If they're too strong, if they're not strong enough. I would say the catapult needs to be more powerful. I think the damage needs to be higher on the catapult. That's just my take. So I'm going to let the designers know. I'm going to let Kay know, or Greg know that needs to be better. But also, let us know on Discord or on our forums what you think, because that helps us make the game better. Sharmoni says, any progress on the console update? Oh god, so console update. We are in the very, very latter stages of bug fixing. The last I heard is that there's just a couple more little niggly bugs to fix before we can put it back into certification. For Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, and then it's a case of letting Xbox, PlayStation letting us know when we can publish it. So it's yeah. I can't commit to anything because we just don't know how long these things take. We don't know how long the third party people are going to take to, or first party, sorry. The first party people are going to take to sign off on this stuff, so I can't commit. But we're getting there. Progress is being made. We will post to our Twitter, our Discord, our subreddit. There's a TerraTech subreddit. We'll post all of those places once we know, once we have more details on all that. So go check those out. Keep your eyes peeled on those as well. But that's as much detail as I can give on that at the minute, Charmony, I'm afraid. Oh, that reminds me. I need to say this more often. Next week, we're going to be doing a Halloween stream. It's going to be a giveaway stream. We're going to be giving away the Halloween t-shirts from last year. Just remember that. The TerraTech t-shirts from last year. There's loads of those left, so we're going to give away those. We're going to give away copies of the game. We'll be giving away DLC. So tune into next week's stream, and we'll be doing all that good stuff. It's going to be fun. I love a giveaway because I love giving stuff away, but it's free. So come check that out. That's going to be fun. And I'm going to leave it there, chat. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, everyone. It's been a great little stream. Enjoyed that a lot. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. All right. See you guys. Bye.